I have my... Hi everyone, I'm Ying Ying and welcome back to the Noodle Kids Knitting Podcast. Okay, yeah, it's been a long time since I filmed, and I say that every time, but I've been dreading filming this time since it's summer and I haven't been knitting a lot. Like, my knitting mojo is like gone out the window when it's especially really hot. But I finished a few things and I started one thing and I kept working on another thing, and I got some of my pre-orders in. So I'm gonna show you all that and let's get into it. Let's start with finished objects. So in my last video, I talked about a few patterns that I've been wanting to make, and there's one pattern that I said that I made it, well, was in the process of making, and that was supposed to be a gift, and it's been given. It's out of my hand. I don't have the physical project with me, but it was the Cercis sweater, t-shirt, top by Amelie Designs. And that was a gift for my mom, and her birthday was at the beginning of July. She really likes it. She asked me if it would be too warm to wear wool in summer. Personally, I'm okay with it since it was fingering weight. I'm also wearing wool right now, but since everything is like breezy and it's thin, I don't think it's too big of a problem for me. But if she thinks that it's too hot, I told her that she could wear it like beginning of summer, end of summer, so like in the transitional season kind of time. But anyway, she liked it. I don't have a try-on because it was in her size, so a bit small for me. Anyway, I made it with typical Bliss in the fingering weight, and I think it's the sock base, so merino wool and nylon content in the colorway Stargirl. So that is one of the color that I pre-ordered from the December advent box from last year. And it's a really soft, delicate pink color with speckles of blue, green, and yellow. Personally, I find it really pretty, and my mom liked it a lot too, so it's a win-win. While I was making this pattern, I got a little confused about the stitch count because the front stitch count is a lot more than the back, and that's mainly because it has short rows and neckline shaping. It turned out to work out. I'm not sure how. Like, Amelie just did some magic work. It's a free pattern, so I'm not really afraid of talking about it. What I learned from this was just to trust the process, because when I was having a lot more stitches in the front than the back, I was like, how is it going to fit? But once I saw it finished and my mom tried it on, it all worked out. Moving on to the next finished object, which is the only finished object that I have a physical project with me, is what I'm wearing. This is the Totally Tank Top by Jessie Maed Designs. So this design came out like under a month ago, something like that. I saw the design and I immediately wanted to make it. And this was a one skein wonder for me. I made this in size medium, and it's relatively short. I'll put some try-on footage, but it like barely works with high-waisted skirt, shorts, pants, so that works for me. I've already worn this out. This is a trend in this channel, right? I wear things out before I film videos. Because when I finish stuff, I just really want to wear it. And it's been hot, so this serves the full purpose. It's a deep scoop neck, and in the back it's like a racer back. It is a top-down construction, and it's the first time that I made a top like this. It was quite interesting. If I make this again, which I think I will, because it was a quick and easy project, I will make the strap slightly shorter when I start making the increase for the scoop neck, so it's not as deep as this. Since wool stretch after a certain amount of like wearing, sometimes it just shows a bit too much of the neckline and breast area. So I think I would be a bit more comfortable if it's a bit higher. But other than that, it was a really straightforward pattern and really fun to make, actually. I ran out of yarn at the end of casting off. So if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, and the link is down below, I posted in my story at the end of making this top, I was just casting off because the whole time that I was making the body, I was measuring it over and over again just to see if I have enough length. And the ribbing is supposed to be longer than what I did. I only did 2 centimeters of ribbing to match with the neckline and the armholes. And also I hate ribbing. So I didn't want to make too long of the ribbing. So it's only 2 centimeters. And I have like this much left to cast off. I'd say like 20-30 stitches. And I ran out of yarn. So I ran out of yarn and I have no yarn in my stash that matched this exact green. Everything else was too minty. So I ended up going with the most pastel minty color that I have. And according to a friend, she doesn't see it. So it's alright, I think. And since it's like at the bottom of like the shirt, I don't think anybody would be staring at that. I'm pretty happy with this project. And I had a lot of fun just knitting the stockinette and reading at the same time every morning. It's been a small routine that I've been trying to do more and more just to be outside and getting some sunlight. But yeah, it was quite fun. And I went to the local makers market that I have here the past weekend, and somebody was also knitting there. And they saw my top and they were like, oh, which pattern is that? I was like, the totally tank top. And they were like, that came out like 2 weeks ago. I was like, yeah, I had nothing to do. So if you want a fast and quick project that you definitely can finish during the summer, this would be a really great one for you. So moving on, we're going to talk about some whips that I have. I only have 2 to talk about because I have quite a few acquisition, which are basically all pre-orders. I have not been buying yarn. Yeah, no, I have not been buying yarn except the monthly club with Lichen and Lace. I don't know if I've showed you this, but I made this bag. This is not supposed to be part of the video that I want to talk about, but I made this project bag. Just wanted to show you. Inside of this project bag, I have my Marigold tee by Winter Weather Designs. This is also a design that I talked about in my unique summer knitting pattern suggestion video. So I have this. I used I used Amano Sammy in the color Sugar Violet, which is this blue purple color. And this is Woolerton Estate Yarn The Manager in colorway Florent. I had a few options I could go for to pair with the Sugar Violet because that was the main color that I wanted to use. But everything else either just was too dark or it was washing out the Sugar Violet. So I think Florent is a really great color to pair with this. It just adds like a summer, spring, flowery vibe to it, in my opinion. Yeah, it's going really well, except I don't know if it's gonna be long enough when I put it on me. Since this t-shirt is worked sideways, the pattern and in like the description of the pattern Ravelry page, it says to be mindful of the row count more than the stitch count, and my stitch count is a bit off. So the stitch count for this t-shirt, if I remember, is 22 stitches and 32 rows. I hit row gauge exactly, but my stitch gauge is 26. So I started to like cast on stitches for the sleeves, and I think I wouldn't have enough in terms of the width. for it to be like comfortable for me because I have larger arms than my body size. So I cast it on the sleeve stitches for size large instead of size medium. I'm making size medium. And when I went on to do the body section, I reverted back to the size medium stitch count because if it's slightly cropped, I don't really care about it. And the sample piece and from the test knitters, I'm not sure if they made modification, I didn't check, but most of them looks like full-length t-shirt in terms of the body length. So that's what I'm doing. Let's hope it works. My circular needle is a bit short to know if it's working. I could put it on like a try-on tubing, but I didn't do it yet because I don't think I'm far enough in the t-shirt body to know if it's gonna work. But anyway, hopefully it works. Worst case, I just undo. That's it. Next thing is a project that I think I talked about a really long time ago, and I haven't been making any progress because it has fluffy yarn in it. And even now, just thinking about touching it, my hands started to sweat. So, well, I'm still gonna show you, but I haven't been working on it in the past like 2 weeks, but like a month prior to filming, I've been working on it and making progress. And I got to sleeve separation. So this is my, what's it called? Fallen Cardigan by Soop Knits. I am loving this so much. Like just looking at it, it's so beautiful and delicate, and I love the speckles colors. I've already ranted excessively about this yarn, which is the Scranton Stitcher Fruit Loops. It's just the prettiest color on a white base, like pastel sprinkles on a white base. So yeah, previously the reason why I stopped during winter is because of arm pain, but recently I've been doing okay with it. So I progressed on this and I did the sleeve separation. So now all I have to do is increase in length and then do the button band and I should be done. But I think this is also going to be pushed to fall or when I really feel like doing it. But it's going well and I just can't wait to have it as a physical piece, but I'm not like looking forward to touch the fluffy yarn. So that was the very short whips section that we talked about. So now moving on to my acquisition, which are basically all the pre-orders of the previous months that came in. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it. And starting from now on, the yarn section, like the acquisition section, it's only going to be the Lichen and Lace club colorway and maybe occasionally House of Wool, which was previously Emily C. Gillies. If there is a big collection that I'm thinking it will be coming, like typical Bliss, a Ghibli summer collection, and Campfiber Yarn fall collection, if there's anything, I probably will, but I have a good amount of stash that I need to work through. So I want to say I wouldn't have too much acquisition from now on, but who knows. Anyway, speaking of Lichen and Lace, I have 2 months of club colorway. So one of them is already shown on Lichen and Lace's Instagram and it's available for purchase. This is the June club colorway, the Sock Train colorway. It's Wildflower Remix. So this is a vibrant, summer vibey skein of yarn. It has green, a bit of mustard yellow, some medium dusty blue, a vibrant red, and a bit of orange. It's just like an explosion of color. And I think this would look really, really cool as a pair of socks, which I should probably knit more socks because I still wear a lot of my hand knit socks. It's just I'm missing a bit of like just straight up stockinette socks that I haven't been in the mood of making. But they're really, really useful in summer. Because yes, colorwork socks are beautiful and they're super fun to wear and pair as a outfit item, but sometimes I just can't do how hot they are. They're great for winter. They're not great for summer. And my feet already sweat as it is. I don't need more factor that makes them more, you know. The other one is probably not out yet, I don't think, but I received this yesterday, 2 days ago, a few days ago, and this is the July colorway. So if you don't want to be spoiled and you're still waiting for your July package, look away and I'll put a timestamp right now. Okay, you need to skip to that. All right, let's get into it. This color is also a variegated colorway. It is Moon Mist. So I think it looks like a muted, cooler tone of the Wildflower remix. It has some blue, yellow, a dusty purple mauve color, and some green where the yellow and blue touch. I also think this would look really cool as a pair of socks. Or a hat, actually. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And what I mean by like a muted color, like version of the Wildflower remix, I feel like it's just like a cooler tone and less saturated or less like a pop of color than the June colorway. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, for the people who skipped, you can look back now, you can open your eyes. We're gonna move on to typical Bliss Patreon yarn that I have. So I have 2 skeins of Patreon yarn because I was subbed during February and March. I have 2 skeins of it. One is from The Cat Returns.
So I messed up everything. The yarn was not inspired by The Cat Returns. It was actually the original movie that The Cat Returns was a spin-off of, according to Wikipedia, Whisper of the Heart. I don't remember seeing this movie ever. And the sticker that I received, it's a girl and a cat. So I thought it was The Cat Returns, but no, it was actually from Whisper of the Heart. The yarn color is actually called Louise, which I think is a cat that appeared in Whisper of the Heart. Just know that everything that I say from now on about The Cat Returns is a lie. So, yeah, sorry, I messed it up. Yeah, that was it. Okay, back to the video.
Is that the name in English? I will look it up. And the other one is from The Wind Rises. Personally, don't have like too much of an attachment for either of those movies, but I probably have to watch The Cat Returns again because it's been such a long time. I think the only few times that I've watched it, it was before I was 12. So I don't remember much of it, and The Wind Rises came out like a few years back. I watched it twice. I didn't like it the first time, but the second time I liked it more. But still, it wasn't like, oh my god, I love this movie so much. But the colors that Tiffany created are beautiful. So, this is Louise. I think it's inspired by The Cat Returns. Okay, if I keep saying the movie name wrong, I'm really sorry. It will be put on the screen somewhere. And that's just because I am dumb and I don't look up stuff before I start filming. But anyway, this is a softly variegated peach and cream color. It has just a tiny bit of blue at the top here. I don't know if it's just my skin or it's supposed to be like that, but anyway. I really like this color. I like all the pastel warm tone color more than cool tone, I would say. So this peachy color is just, it gives me such like spring summer vibe. I really want to make this into a top, but I'm also scared that if I make this into a top, is it gonna like blend into my skin? Like the color. And if I walk on the street and people look at me too far away, if they're gonna think that I'm not wearing anything. But anyway, this is just a really cute color. The other color that has been slightly shown because my other hand is holding it is Nahoko, and it's this pretty blue purple tonal variegated yarn with white. And I looked up the poster of The Wind Rises, and it just looks exactly like the gradient of the sky in the poster. It's just really pretty. Moving on to, okay, two of the big pre-order that I purchased before my tragic professional life, before I got laid off. These pre-order came in one after the other, and I've just been staring at them because they're just, I got them for a reason, and you know. Anyway, we'll start with the smaller quantity that I have, which is from the Scranton Stitcher. This is the Favorites Collection Lucky Charm. I got this in original sock, and it is just exactly the color that you will find in a box of Lucky Charm. You have the cereal color, which is the, what color is this? Like a oat color. And you have green, pink, coral, purple, all the marshmallow colors, and it just looks so cute. I missed the original like cereal aisle collection from Katie Sue, but she brought it back and I got more and I cry. And of course, I can't not get this. You know what color this is? It appeared earlier in the episode. When I heard that the Scranton Stitcher was bringing the cereal aisle collection, like some of the colorway back, because it was voted, like the top colors, I had to get this. I had to get Fruit Loops. But this time I got it in a DK, so I have more option of making sweaters. I got a sweater quantity of this, and the sock I only got one skein. I have a sweater quantity of Fruit Loops DK in my collection, and I'm just staring at it and crying because it's beautiful and I love it, and I want to cry every time I see this color. And also, literally Katie Sue is like the nicest person that I have like talked to indirectly. She included a note in the order saying that she was enjoying my YouTube content, and that just made me so happy. Katie, if you're watching this, thank you so much for making beautiful yarn, and thank you so much for watching my content. I hope you continue to enjoy my content, and I will definitely continue to enjoy your yarn because they are beautiful and you are wonderful. I love your content on Instagram. And yeah, I just want to say a big thank you. You touched my heart. That was really nice. Anyway, that was so sweet. I don't know what to make of this yet. I'm just in the process of just admiring this yarn's beauty. So, it'll just stay in my stash for a tad bit longer. Last thing that I want to talk about is my, what is this? Spring Woodland collection from Campfiber Yarn. It finally came in. And I finally got the thing that I wanted to get, which is non-superwash yarn. So this is a 100% non-superwash merino in DK weight in the colorway Cherry Blush. And I have posted a picture on Instagram of this. It's just the softest pink variegation that you can ever find. It's so beautiful and the depth of color is incredible. I think it would look really great as either a sweater or a cardigan. It could have like slight texture or not, but I think it will work well with texture as well. It was the one colorway that I wanted to get from Spring Woodland, but of course I got other colorway because why not, you know? So I also got, what's happening? Why is this called Cherry Blush? Is this not the same color? Wait a minute. I'm confused. Okay, I thought I got it in the same color. Either this is a print mistake or I didn't get it in the same color, question mark? Because, okay, there is always a speckle version and a tonal version in the Woodlands collection, at least in the winter and spring. I think the summer collection is a bit smaller because Laura is doing other collab with other creator, which is great, awesome, and she did say that the fall collection is going to be bigger. But I think these are supposed to be the same color, but it says different things. So I did get the cherry blossom, what it's supposed to be called, in the fingering weight, and I just talked about it in the DK weight. I think cherry blush is the tonal color name. I have to verify. I'm gonna put some notes on the screen, but no, sorry, the name is supposed to be cherry blossom, I think. Anyway, I never noticed that. But okay, that was confusing. I didn't notice that before. This is cherry blossom, and I also got it in the fingering weight. This is a superwash, so the color is a bit more stark, like more distinct, less watercolory, because superwash yarn takes on dye quicker than non-superwash. But I just wanted to see like both because I liked the effect of both. That's why I got one skein of the fingering in the same colorway, and I will show you the difference. So in the non-superwash the colors are a lot more like diluted, I would say. Like, think of it as you drop one drop of dye in water and it starts to dilute. And on the superwash base, it looks more like you drop a drop of dye on paper. So yeah, I like the effect of both. And the speckles on the superwash is a lot more pronounced here. And the speckles on the non-superwash is a lot more just like feathered out. But yeah, I like the effect of both. That's why I got both. So next, after that confusing name stuff, we have New Beginnings, which is a green. Is this mossy green? I think like a really muted mossy green with a bit of like a purple and some speckles at the bottom here. This I also got in a non-superwash because I wanted the watercolor effect. I prefer this color in non-superwash. In the superwash, it's like a bit too striking and intense for my personal taste. So I got this in non-superwash, and I think this would be a really cool top or hat. So last one for today, we have Early Morning Sunrise. And I just like this color a lot. It looks like cake in my eyes. It has like a creamy custard color base with variegation / speckles of a dark purple. And it has slight variegation of other colors like blue and red. I just really like the color combination. So that's it for today's video. How do I do outros again? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's been a long time since I filmed. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this a regular thing till fall because, like I said, my knitting mojo is just all over the place and I've been playing a lot of video games actually. I just finished a game. It was quite sad, but I really enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about the dinosaurs a bit. I went to the local maker's market And I got myself some dinosaurs. I have no words, just dinosaurs. They're so cute. They're made by Neko and Stitch. I just love them so much. I got this for my boyfriend because he likes green, and I saw this one, which is like the opposite color, so I had to get a set so we could match. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out to Neko and Stitch for the cute dinosaurs. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Maybe not very soon. I'll see you guys soon at some point. Stay safe, drink a lot of water. Share it in the comment what you're making. If you have a great knitting mojo, not a great knitting mojo. Beside knitting, what are you making or what are you enjoying doing? I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.